Veteran Salute, sponsored by Devon James Injury Lawyers.
It's time now for our weekly segment, Veteran Salute, our chance to honor heroes from this area and thank them for their service. 27 News reporter Matthew Johnstone introduces us to Vietnam veteran Don Voorhees.
Serving on the front lines, E5 Sergeant Don Voorhees would go on to turn the tide of battle when his company needed it the most in Vietnam.
Vietnam was on the news about every night. All we young guys were worried about getting drafted.
For Don, that worry would become reality, being drafted on Valentine's Day back in 1966. He would fulfill that duty on the front lines as an infantryman.
I carried a radio a lot. I was point man, which we carried M79s if you wanted to, which was a grenade launcher, or they had a shotgun round.
One conflict from his year overseas in particular stands out, returning fire in the heaviest area of contact on the battlefield and assisting making the call that would change the tide of battle.
In December, we had one of the worst firefights I was in the whole time I was in Vietnam. There was utter chaos. They hit us hard. I and the lieutenant went forward and we called in strikes. The lieutenant did use my radio. The strikes came in and it calmed down after quite some time, it seemed like, hours. But anyway, we had a lot of casualties, and that was one of the worst days of my life, I guess.
Even after receiving a commendation medal for heroism, Don doesn't see what he did as extraordinary or even heroic. To him, it was what needed to be done.
I think about all American men will do it. We hope anyway. It just comes natural, I guess, to me anyway. I didn't even think about when I did it. I guess I was more worried about getting everybody else's help than I was myself.
Nowadays, Don is enjoying retirement in Waverly, Kansas, where he's lived for nearly 3 decades. Working for you, Matthew Johnstone, 27 News.
We keep highlighting veterans in our community every week, just like Don. If you know someone that we could feature in this segment, all you've got to do is go to the Veteran Salute section at KSNT.com and then click on the button labeled Nominate a Veteran. Plus, sharing their story is not the only way we honor heroes, because each week the highlighted vet receives a gift.
On behalf of Devon James Injury Lawyers, we're honored to recognize this week's veteran, Donald Voorhees, who served our country in the United States Army. Sergeant Voorhees, thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much.
Veteran Salute, sponsored by Devon James Injury Lawyers.